Hello and welcome to this crochet lace tutorial. Today we'll be making square number 4, which is this lovely multicoloured square, starting with a red square in the centre and then surrounded by rings of navy, mint and turquoise. It's then finished with long cluster stitches that turn our circle into a square and a lovely white lace border. So I really hope you'll enjoy this tutorial and making this square with me today. Shall we see what we'll need? For square number 5, we're going to need 5 colours of our cotton yarn, including the turquoise that came with this issue. So we have the white, red, mint, navy and the turquoise, our 1.75mm crochet hook, a sewing needle and a pair of scissors. We are going to start with our red yarn and a magic ring. So we form a cross on our 2 fingers, turn the yarn over, go under the first, pick up the second, make a twist, and then just slip stitch with the yarn. Take it off our fingers, and that is our magic ring ready to go. And into our magic ring, we're just going to work 8 double crochet. We can pull our ring tight. And then we're going to slip stitch into our first double crochet to join the round. And then we can pull that a bit tighter still. And that is round 1. Round 2, and we'll be continuing with our red yarn, and we're going to start with chain 3. That counts as our first treble stitch. We're then going to work 4 treble stitches in the next double crochet. Four treble crochet. We're then going to chain 3. And we're going to miss our next double crochet stitch, and we're going to work 5 treble crochet in the next one. So miss that one and 5 treble in the next one. And that is our repeat for this round. So chain 3, miss the next double crochet and 5 treble in the next double crochet. We're going to do it a total of 3 times. We've already done it once, so I will meet you back here when we've done it another 2 times. That is our repeat completed 3 times. To finish the round, we're going to chain 1, and we're going to work a half treble in the top of our first 3 chain. So just there. And that is round 2. Round 3, and again we're continuing with our red yarn. We're going to start with a chain 1. We're then going to work 1 double crochet in the half treble that we've just done. And then we're going to chain 5. We're then going to work treble 3 together over the next 3 stitches, but we're missing the first treble. So we're missing this stitch here, and we're going to work treble 3 together over the next 3. So we work a treble into the first, but we leave the last part on the stitch, and we do that in every stitch. So you should have 4 loops on your hook. Go round and through all 4 loops. We're then going to chain 5. And we're going to work 1 double crochet in our chain space. And that is our repeat for this round. I'll show you it one more time. chain 5, miss the next treble stitch, treble 3 together over the next 3 treble stitches, chain 5, and double crochet in the chain space. We're going to be working that repeat 3 times in total, so we've already done it twice, so just one more time to go. So if you want to go ahead and do that, and I'll show you what we do when we've done that. That is our 3 repeats completed there. We're now going to chain 5. We're going to skip our next treble stitch and work our treble 3 together. We're going to chain 2. To close off the round, we're going to work a treble into our first double crochet just here. We are going to be changing colour on our last stitch, so have your navy yarn ready to change colour. And we're going to work a treble. So the first half of the treble we work in red, then we change to the navy for the second half, and we're ready with navy for round 4. Round 4 starts with chain 3. And that counts as our first treble stitch. We're then going to be working 2 trebles in this chain space here, and this is our treble that we did at the end of the last round. So we're going to be working over that treble and just do 2 treble stitches. We're then going to chain 3. And we're going to work 5 trebles in the next chain space. I'm just going to work over my ends to save time sewing them in later. So that's chain 3, 5 treble in the next chain space. And that is our repeat for this round, and we're going to be working it a total of 7 times. So if you want to have a go at that, and I'll meet you back at the end of the round and show you how we finish off. I've just worked our repeat for round 4 a total of 7 times, and we're going to finish with chain 3. And then we're going to work 2 trebles in this first chain space right here. And we're going to join our round with a slip stitch at the top of our starting chain. And that is round 4. And we are finished with our navy for this round, so we can trim that off and just pull it through the loop, ready for round 5. Round 5 is going to be worked in our white yarn. So we want to be joining it to our next chain space just with a slip stitch. So pick up the yarn and work a slip stitch. And that is ready for us to start round 5. We're going to chain 1. And then we're going to work a double crochet in that same chain space. We're then going to chain 9. And we're going to double crochet in the next chain space. So skipping over our trebles, double crochet in the next chain space. And that is our repeat for this round. So it's a really simple one this round. Just chain 9 and double crochet in the next chain space. We're going to be doing it a total of 7 times, and I'll show you what it looks like when we've done that. That is our repeat completed 7 times there. To close the round, we're going to chain 4. And then we're going to work a double treble into our first double crochet just here, but we will be changing colour again. So we're going to be changing to our mint yarn, and we're going to be doing that in the last part of our double treble. So start the double treble as normal. And when it comes to our last pull through of the double treble, we're going to be changing to mint. So have your mint yarn ready to pull through. And just complete that stitch with the mint yarn so you're ready for round 6. Round 6, we're going to start with chain 3. And that counts as our first treble. We're then going to be working in this chain space here, which is the double treble that we've just done on round 5. And we're going to be working 5 trebles over that double treble. Again, you can work over your yarn ends at this point. And that's 5 trebles over that double treble there. We're going to chain 1. And then we're going to be working in the next chain space here, and we're going to work 11 trebles. That's 11 trebles in the chain space there. And then we're going to chain 1. And that is our repeat for this round. So we'll be working 11 trebles in the next chain space and chain 1. We're going to do it a total of 7 times. We've already done it once. So I will meet you back here when we've completed our 7 repeats. I've just finished my last repeat, and to finish the round, all we need to do is work 5 trebles in this first chain space here. And we're going to join to our starting chain with a slip stitch, but we're going to be changing back to white. So we're going to work that slip stitch in white. So have your white yarn ready and work your slip stitch in the white yarn, ready for the next round. Round 7, and we're going to start with chain 1. And then we're going to work a double crochet where we just did that slip stitch on the last round. We're then going to chain 5. And we're going to work 3 trebles in the next 1 chain space. We're going to chain 5. And we're going to work 1 double crochet in our 6th treble. So it's going to be our central one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That one there. And a double crochet just in that stitch there. We're then going to chain 5. And we're going to work 3 trebles in the next 1 chain space. There we go, and that is our repeat for this round. So we're going to be doing chain 5 and double crochet in the 6th treble. It's that central one. Chain 5 and 3 treble in the next 1 chain space. We're going to be doing that a total of 7 times, and I'll show you what it looks like when we get there. That is our 7 repeats there. And to finish the round, all we need to do is chain 2. And we're going to work a treble stitch into our first double crochet here. And we're going to be changing colour on the last part of that treble stitch. We're going to be changing to our turquoise yarn. So we work the first part of the treble in our white. And then we pick up the turquoise for the last part. And we're ready with our turquoise yarn for round 8. Round 8 starts with chain 3. And we're going to be working 3 trebles over our treble that joined the round on round 7. So just 3 trebles in the space there. We're going to chain 1, and then we're going to work 7 trebles in the next chain space. That's 7 there. We're going to chain 7. This is going to make the chain space for our corner, and then we're going to start our repeat. So 7 trebles in the next chain space. Chain 1, and we're going to do that 3 times. So 7 trebles, chain 1 3 times. So I've repeated that a total of 3 times, and altogether that bit we've done including the corner is our repeat for this round. So the next thing we're going to do is 7 trebles in the next chain space. We're then going to chain 5 for our next corner. We're going to do 7 trebles in the next chain 5 space, chain 1 3 times. So that is our repeat, and we're going to do it another 2 times. So if you want to repeat that on the next couple of sides, I'll show you what it looks like when we get there and how we finish off that last side. So I've just completed that repeat another 2 times. So I've done another 2 sides. I'm just going to finish off this last side and join the round. So we're going to work 7 trebles in the next chain space. We're going to chain 7 for our corner. We're then going to work 7 trebles in the next chain space. Chain 1, 7 trebles in the next chain space. Chain 1. In our final space, we're going to be working 3 trebles. And we're going to join with a slip stitch to the top of our starting chain again, but we're going to be changing colour. We're going to be changing to our navy yarn. So if we have that ready, we can just work that slip stitch, pick up our navy yarn, and we're ready for round 9. Round 9, and I've just taken a bit of time before starting this round to weave in my ends, just because this is our probably most complicated round for this square. So I just wanted those ends out of the way so you can see clearly, and it helps me see clearly too. So we're going to start this round with a chain 1, and then we're going to work a picot into the top of our 3 chain from our previous round. So to do that, we're going to chain 3 and work a slip stitch into that space where we joined the previous round. And that's our first picot for this round. We're then going to chain 5. And we're going to work a double crochet in the chain space just here. We're then going to chain 5. And we're going to work a double treble 3 cluster in our corner space. So a double treble 3 cluster starts like a normal double treble, so round twice into the chain space and work your double treble up to the last part of the stitch, leaving the last 2 loops on the hook. Then go round the hook twice again as if you're going to make another double treble and do the same thing, leaving the last part of the stitch on the hook. Round again and the same again. So you'll end up with 4 loops on your hook, and you're going to go round and through all 4 loops on, and that is our double treble 3-stitch cluster. We're then going to chain 5 again, and we're going to work another double treble 3-stitch cluster in the same chain space. We're actually going to be doing 3 in here. Chain 5 again, and then the final double treble 3-stitch cluster. And that's how we're working the corners on this round. So 3 double treble 3-stitch clusters with 5 chain in between them. We're then going to chain 5 to take us out of the corner. And we're going to double crochet in the next chain space. Chain 5. We're then going to be working in the center of this group of clusters here. So we're going to miss the first 3. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to work a picot in the 4th treble. So start with a double crochet, chain 3, and slip stitch into the double crochet. And that is our little picot just there. We're going to chain 5, and then we're going to work another picot in this 1 chain space. So again, double crochet, chain 3, and slip stitch in the double crochet. We're going to chain 5, and then we're going to work our last picot for this edge in the center treble again. So skip 3, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to work it there. So again, double crochet, chain 3, and slip stitch into that double crochet. So that's our 3 picots on the edge there. And we're going to chain 5. And we're going to double crochet in the next chain space. That is our repeat for this round, and it starts with chain 5, double treble 3-stitch cluster in the corner space 3 times. Then we chain 5 and double crochet in the next chain space, chain 5 again, and then we start our picots. So we miss the 3 trebles and picot in the 4th treble of the next set, chain 5, picot in the 1 chain space, chain 5 and picot in the 4th treble again, chain 5 and double crochet in the last chain space on that side, and then we're ready for the corner again. That is our repeat. It is a bit of a complicated one. You will have a chart in the pattern which may make it easier for you to follow, or you can rewind the video and look at how we've done it on this side here. But each side is worked the same way, and we're going to work that repeat twice more, so only twice more, and then on the final repeat we'll be doing something a little bit different at the end. So if you'd like to have a go at that, work that twice more, and I'll show you what it looks like and how we finish off this round. I've worked that repeat a total of 2 more times. So you can see we've got our clusters in the corners and our 3 picots along each edge, and I've finished just with a double crochet in that last one chain space, ready for my final corner. So the first part of this is worked just as we've been doing along the side. So we're going to do chain 5, and then we're going to work our corner the same way we've done each of the other corners with those clusters. So we're going to work 3 of those with chain 5 in between. So that's 3 clusters with 5 chain in between. We're going to chain 5 again to take us out of the corner. And we're going to work a double crochet in the next one chain space. We're going to chain 5. And we're going to picot in the 4th treble. So skip 3, 1, 2, 3, and picot in here. Chain 5. And picot in the 1 chain space. And then to join, we're going to chain 2, and then we're going to work a treble into our base of our first picot just here. But we're going to be changing colour. We're going to be changing back to white. So work the first part of the treble in the navy, and then pick up the white yarn and work the second part in the white. And then we're ready for round 10. Round 10, we're going to start with chain 1. And then we're going to double crochet over our treble that we've just worked, so just here. And then we're going to chain 7. We skip over our picot, and we're going to work 1 double crochet in the next chain space. Chain 5 again. And double crochet in the next chain space. Chain 5 again. And double crochet in the chain space. We're now in our corner space, so we're going to chain 9. And double crochet in the next chain space. We're then going to start our repeat for this round, which is quite simple. We're just going to chain 7, and double crochet in the next chain space. And we're going to do that 7 times. So we're not working anything in the picots, just the chain spaces in between. Chain 7, double crochet in the chain spaces until we get to that corner space again. So chain 7, double crochet in the next chain space, and we're doing it a total of 7 times. That is 7 times, and we're in that corner space now, so we're just going to chain 9 for the corner. And double crochet in the next chain space. So that is our repeat. We're going to chain 7, double crochet in the next chain space 7 times, and then chain 9, double crochet in the next chain space for the corner. We're going to repeat that another 2 times, and then we'll be back on this final side to finish off the round. So I'll join you when we've got there and show you how we finish off. I've just finished working that repeat twice more, ending with our corner space with chain 9 and double crochet in the next chain space. And then we're going to finish off the round by working chain 7, double crochet in the next chain space 3 times. So chain 7. So that's 3 times. Then we're going to chain 3. and we're going to work a double treble into our double crochet right here to join the round, and no change in colour here. We're staying with white for the next round. The double treble there, and that leaves us in the middle of a chain space ready for round 11. Round 11, and we're going to chain 1, and we're going to work a double crochet under this double treble we've just made. We're then going to chain 5, and we're going to work a double crochet in the chain space, and we're going to repeat that along the edge. So chain 5 and double crochet in the next chain space. It's very similar to the round we've just worked. Chain 5 and double crochet, and the only difference is when we get to the corner space, we're going to chain 5 and we're going to double crochet into that longer corner space, but then we're going to work chain 3 and a double crochet also into the corner space just there. And then again along the side, it's chain 5 and double crochet in the chain space. Just repeat that all the way along till you get to that corner space. And in the corner space, we'll be doing that extra chain 3 and double crochet. I'll show you that again when we get to that corner. So the corner space, so you're going to finish off that chain 5 double crochet into the corner space, and then you work that extra chain 3 and double crochet in the same space. And that is our repeat. So you're going to continue working that all the way around. Chain 5 double crochet in the next space, and then when you get to the corner, you work that extra chain 3 double crochet in the corner space. And I'll meet you back when we've done our last corner and show you how we join off the round. I'm just completing the corner there, and now we're going to carry on along the final side doing the same thing again, chain 5 and double crochet in the next chain space. We're going to do that until we get to the start of the round. So I've chained my last chain 5, and I'm just going to join with a slip stitch. And that is round 11, another lovely simple round. Round 12 is our border round. We're going to start with chain 1, and we're going to double crochet in that last double crochet from the last round. We're then going to be working 5 double crochet in the next chain space, and 1 double crochet in the double crochet just there. If you've worked some of the previous squares, this border will probably be getting quite familiar to you now. Just 5 in the chain space, and 1 in the double crochet. I'm going to continue that until we get to the corner. In the corner, this little chain space here, we're going to work 2 double crochet, chain 1 and another 2 double crochet. Double crochet in the double crochet on the other side of the corner, and then carry on as we were before. 5 double crochets in every chain space, and 1 in every stitch. If you want to repeat that all the way around the outside, and when you get to the end you can join with a slip stitch, and I'll show you what it looks like when we've done that. So here we have our completed square 4. We've got a few ends to weave in, and then we just need to give it a little iron, and pop a number 4 on so we can store it with our other squares until we're ready to join them all together. I think this one turned out really lovely. I really love the alternating white with the colour in this central section. And then we had our lovely tricky round with round 9 with our clusters and our picots. But it's really worth it because it really does show off that central motif. So I hope you got on all right with yours. And I hope you enjoyed making your square with me today. And I hope you'll join me for the next tutorial. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.